What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and we're going to continue our recaps from Week 4 with the Big 12. Only had 4 games in the Big 12 this weekend. A few teams were off, and we had conference games, so that's going to shorten the number of games. But let's get right to it. Texas Tech with a huge road win over Houston. This was a big win for them as they moved to 3-0. Texas Tech, I didn't think they'd be able to beat Houston and Arizona State. I thought maybe they would get one of those two. But for them to get both of those wins, that is very big for them, especially looking at getting into a bowl game and maybe even more. I mean, we'll see if they can keep it up. The defense has played, better, I think, than last year. The offense has been what it always is. So Texas Tech, a dangerous team there in the Big 12. If nothing else, they may be a team that pulls off an upset later on in the season. You got to look at maybe they can beat, Kansas, Baylor, Iowa State. There you go. There's your 3 wins to get to a bowl game. Maybe pull off an upset in there as well. West Virginia over Kansas, 56-34. Kansas played pretty well in this one. I think West Virginia probably, maybe didn't have their A game in this one. It was actually a little bit closer than that. You can see there they scored 14 points with 34 in the last 34 seconds. So before that, 42-34. This game, it wasn't the blowout you would expect. Kansas really played well in this one. But that West Virginia offense is just too much. They're one of the best offenses in college football. Will Grier, he's on my Heisman list now. And I think this team is going to be a dangerous team in the Big 12, especially with Kansas State not looking quite as good. I think West Virginia, who knows, maybe they'll be a contender there in the Big 12. Here was the game of the weekend, or at least I thought it would be, but TCU just goes in there and dominates Oklahoma State. I was shocked. I thought Oklahoma State would win this game. I thought it'd be a close game, but man, TCU brought it. Kenny Hill played well. They've got the defense back. 31 points. Well, against Oklahoma State, that's a pretty good effort on defense. And to put up 44, I mean, this TCU team is looking very good right now. And obviously, you have to say that they're the second best team in the Big 12 after getting this win. So maybe we get Oklahoma and TCU in the Big 12 championship. I don't know. A lot of football left. I'm not going to overreact to just 4 weeks into the season, but that's the way it's looking right now. And speaking of Oklahoma, they had a pretty underwhelming performance against Baylor. They went at 49-41. Baker Mayfield was talking trash before this game, and maybe he fired up this Baylor team. There's still some talent on this Baylor team, and if they play up to their potential, they can win some games. They just haven't played all that well so far. Oklahoma continues to roll, though. They win this one 49-41, an 18-point comeback from Baylor, but it's still not enough. And so this is one of those things with Oklahoma that you've seen in the past where they'll have a letdown and maybe get upset. Baylor not good enough to get it done, but will there be a team that pulls one off? Will somebody upset Oklahoma this year? That's the big question. But really looking forward to that Oklahoma-TCU matchup now, as it looks like it may be a huge game. So that's it for this week. Again, only 4 games. Later on today, we're going to do our Pac-12 recap. That'll be the final one. And then we're going to look ahead to some of the power rankings and do the playoff eliminator and all that stuff. So plenty more college football to come later today. Make sure you keep it right here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.